Hey everyone. So in episode 2 of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, we're going to meet Lyonel Baratheon. Many of you might be wondering, who is Lyonel Baratheon? What's his deal? And why should I care about another Baratheon? Well, buckle up, because his story is one of pride, rebellion, and a broken promise that echoes through history, all the way to Robert's rebellion. So for today, we're diving deep into the Lyonel Baratheon family tree. Let's start, but before we go deep, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more upcoming interesting videos on the lore of Westeros. Now, to understand Lyonel, we have to understand where he comes from. He's not just some random lord, he's a Baratheon of Storm's End. And that name carries weight. It carries the blood of storms, of conquest, and of a very specific, legendary lineage. We have to go all the way back to the conquest. House Baratheon was founded by Ormund Baratheon, who was rumored to be the bastard half-brother of Aegon the Conqueror himself. Aegon gave Orys the Stormlands after he defeated the last Storm King, Argilac the Arrogant. Orys then took Argilac's daughter as his wife and adopted the Durrandon sigil, words, and even their castle. So from day one, the Baratheons were a fusion of Targaryen blood and the ancient stormy pride of the Storm Kings. That's in their DNA, a fierce, stubborn, proud, and sometimes terrifyingly temperamental nature. They are the embodiment of the fury, in their words, "Ours is the fury." Lyonel, often called the Laughing Storm, is a perfect example of this. He wasn't laughing because he was a jolly guy. No, his laughter was booming, defiant, and often a prelude to violence. He was a massive man, a legendary warrior, and he ruled Storm's End with all the pride his ancestors instilled in him. He saw himself as the heir to that Durrandon and Baratheon legacy. And in the reign of the good King Aegon V Targaryen, our friend Egg, Lyonel was one of the most powerful lords in the realm. Here's where his personal family tree gets critical and where the drama begins. Lyonel had at least one daughter. Her name is lost to history in the main texts, but her role is monumental. This daughter was betrothed to Prince Duncan Targaryen, Egg's eldest son and heir to the Iron Throne. Think about what this meant for Lyonel. His blood was going to sit on the throne. His grandson would be a king. This was the ultimate elevation for House Baratheon, a seal on their power and a fulfillment of that ancient Targaryen connection from Orys's time. It was a promise of future glory. But then, Prince Duncan, while traveling the realm like his father did, met and fell madly in love with a mysterious, common-born girl named Jenny of Oldstones. For love, Duncan broke his betrothal to Lyonel's daughter and married Jenny. In today's world, we might say, "Ah, that's romantic." In Westeros, especially to a man like Lyonel Baratheon, this was the ultimate unforgivable insult. It wasn't just a personal slight, it was a public shaming of his house, a spit on the honor of Storm's End, and a theft of his family's destined future. The Laughing Storm's laughter turned to rage. And so, Lyonel did what any self-respecting, fury-filled Baratheon would do. He renounced his allegiance to the Iron Throne and crowned himself Storm King, just like the Durrandons of old. This was the Storm King Rebellion. It was a direct challenge to King Aegon V. Lyonel was so formidable that the only way to end the rebellion without massive bloodshed was through a trial by combat. Lyonel demanded the right to face a knight of the king's choosing. And who did King Aegon V and Prince Duncan call upon? The biggest, most honorable knight in the realm, Ser Duncan the Tall, the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. In a legendary fight, Dunk defeated Lyonel, ending the rebellion. But the fallout shaped the future. To mend the broken alliance, a new marriage pact was made. King Aegon V promised his own youngest daughter, Princess Rhaelle Targaryen, to Lyonel's heir and successor. Now, this is a key point. Records show Lyonel's heir was a man named Ormund Baratheon. While it's not explicitly written, Lyonel was the father of Ormund, all logic points to it. After Lyonel's death, Ormund succeeded him as Lord of Storm's End. It is almost certain that Ormund was Lyonel's son. This new pact, Ormund Baratheon wedding Rhaelle Targaryen, was the peace treaty. This marriage is the single most important link in this entire family tree. Ormund and Rhaelle had a son, Steffon Baratheon. Now, Steffon was a close friend of Prince Aerys Targaryen, the future Mad King, and served him faithfully. Steffon married a noblewoman from House Estermont and had 3 sons. You know their names, Robert, Stannis, and Renly Baratheon. Do you see the chain now? Lyonel's pride and his daughter's spurned betrothal directly led to a new marriage, Ormund to Rhaelle. That marriage injected fresh Targaryen blood into the Baratheon line. This is why, decades later, when the Mad King Aerys II needed to be overthrown, Robert Baratheon's claim to the throne wasn't just conquest. His grandmother was Rhaelle Targaryen, the sister of King Aerys's father. Robert was the Mad King's second cousin once removed. The Baratheon claim ran through Lionel's heir, Ormund. So, Lionel's legacy is twofold. First, he is the last true Storm King, a man who so embodied his house's fury that he tried to reclaim an ancient crown over a point of honor. Second, and more importantly, his family's forced new alliance is the genesis of the Baratheon claim that reshaped Westeros. His grandson, Steffan, and his great-grandson, Robert, would carry the Baratheon fury to the Iron Throne itself. In a way, the slight against Lionel's daughter created the lineage that would one day overthrow the very dynasty that insulted him. It's a tragic, ironic, and powerfully human story in the saga of Westeros. That's the epic tale of Lyonel Baratheon's family tree, a story that starts with a broken promise and ends with a rebellion that changed the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive, let us know in the comments which other houses you want us to explore, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.